Today I'm super excited to be unboxing and giving my first impressions on the brand spanking new flanker from one of my favourite fragrance lines. This one is Stronger With You, absolutely, from Emporio Armani. And to find out all about this one, stay tuned to Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody and welcome to this very special unboxing episode of Mags Frags. I'm Paul and this is day 98 of my Fragrance 365 project where I give my thoughts on a different fragrance every day for a whole year. So today's scent of the day is inside this kind of inconspicuous box. It's the brand spanking new 2021 release from Emporio Armani, and this goes by the name of Stronger With You, absolutely. It's an Oriental fougere fragrance for men, and yeah, anyone who's watched my channel for a little while now will know exactly just how much I love the Intensely version from this line. It's one of my favourite fragrances, and I was also the first person on YouTube to review the Freeze flanker when it first came out, and I was kind of getting my channel up and running. So I do have a lot of fondness for this lineup, and I was super excited when this one got announced in late 2020. I placed my order a few weeks ago, but because of Brexit, it only arrived this morning. So a few people in Europe have already got their hands on it. So I'm kind of a little bit later to the party with this one, but I think I'm still kind of the first person to do a genuine hands-on review. So the original Stronger With You came out in 2017 and it was followed by the Intensely version in 2019. Then in 2020 we saw two new arrivals with the Freeze, promising so much but not really delivering, and also a leather version which I'm still yet to get my hands on. But up until now the Intensely version is still my personal pick of the line. So let's see where this one fits into the lineup, and let's start by taking a look at the presentation and the note breakdown, and then I'll give you my initial first impressions. Yeah, so into the presentation. So this came direct from the Armani website, and if you're going to pay full retail for this, I'd say order it direct from Armani, because the presentation on this is always so much better than when you buy them from standard retailers. They usually throw in a free gift or two as well. So inside the box, we've got this, just a little bit of an invoice there, and then we've got some plain black paper, and as you can see, we've got some free gifts inside this one. We've got an Armani code sample, and then we've got a lady's perfume, and which is the new Armani C by the looks of that one. Oh, and look at this, we have what looks to be some kind of wash bag with it's a woman's wash bag, but you've got some fragrances and some free gifts and all kinds in there. So yeah, that looks really good. And then inside here we finally get to the box, which is sealed up, and the batch code on this one looks to be, it's called 38T960V, it looks to be. So yeah, we're going to dive inside this box and let's see what's in it. Yeah, the box is very similar in design to the others in this line, but this one looks to be finished in like it's a fully black box. We can get into it. So yeah, it's can we get into this one? I don't think we can. Let's get into there. It's not very good. So yeah, we've got a fully black box, and then we've got the usual metallic orange banding that runs all the way around. That's like a bit of detail in there. On the front we've got the branding in white. We've got the name of the fragrance and also the name of the house, and then on the bottom is the batch code, which again, yeah, now I can see it without the cellophane, is 38T900W, which I don't know if you can see that on there. But we've also got the logo, and we've also got plenty of product information and a barcode on the back of the box as well. There's just a tiny faint Armani logo on the top, if you can see that there. Yeah, so inside the box we go. And Yep, straight away the bottle design looks and it feels very familiar in this square shape with the rounded edges, and it comes in a very heavy chunky glass. However, this has the dark smoked gradient starting at the base and fading out to reveal the juice, which is it's a very deep orange kind of cognac colour. On the front, we've got the name of the fragrance and the house, and that's printed in white. And there's also the usual chrome cap with the round ball feature at the top and a bit of like a rope detailing round the front of it there. The atomizer features the Armani logo. You can see that there, we've got a little Armani logo on the sprayer. And the sprayer on this one, like all the rest of them, I'm sure is going to be really good. I'm going to give myself a couple of little sprays there. There's a big old blast of juice there. Personally, I think this one is the most attractive one straight away off the bat in this line. I don't know what you think, but when I put that one at the side there, I really do think this is an attractive bottle. So first impressions on the presentation on this one is very good. I get a thumbs up from me from this one. Yeah, so the top notes in this one are rum, elemi resin and bergamot. In the heart, we've got lavender and davana, and in the base, there's marron glacé or chestnut, Madagascar vanilla, patchouli, and cedar. Yeah, so since opening the box, I applied a couple of sprays to my skin and also a few sprays to my clothes, and I've given it a few hours now to dry down, and I've got a bit of more of an idea about what this one's all about. So first of all, the notes that feature in all of this Stronger With You line tend to be lavender. We've got chestnut in there, vanilla always features, and then we've got some amber wood, maybe guaiac wood, and sometimes cedar. So they all have a similar sweet and woody backbone, and the differences are mainly in the opening and the heart notes. So yeah, I fully expected to pick up on that familiar Stronger With You DNA right from the off in this one, which I definitely did. However, it doesn't come off anywhere near as sweet as the Intensely Flanker, with the absence of that toffee caramel accord, and it's nowhere near as spicy as the Freeze either, because you don't get as much ginger and peppery notes in this one. This one is more comparable, I'd say, with the original in terms of the all-round smell, but it's slightly darker with the fruitier notes of apple and mandarin removed from this one and replaced by a more resinous opening, which I'd say produces a tad more grown-up and sophisticated feel to it. It opens up with rum and sparkling bergamot, and I expected the rum to play a really prominent role by adding a touch of booziness, but in reality I didn't really pick up that much on the rum note. But you can get a hint of it if you really try to isolate it in the heart of the fragrance when it dries down. For me, it's still all about the vanilla, the chestnut, and that hint of the familiar spicy kick that you get with all of the other flankers in this line. It smells very masculine, rich and warm, like all of the others, but from the first wearing, I'd say that there's nothing really in this that's going to make you sit up and take notice, unless it's the first experience you've had with this line, and in that case, you're going to think this one smells absolutely wonderful if you're in a shop smelling it on a tester strip. If you have tried the others and found them a bit too sweet, too spicy, or generally too loud, playful and juvenile, then I definitely think this is more elegant, with everything just dialed back ever so slightly. It seems more rounded than the others, and it doesn't really have an accord that dominates. The Freeze was very spicy, the Intensely was very sweet, and the original was quite fruity, but this just does a little bit of everything, and it does it very, very well. This is one for the cooler months of autumn and winter, and it has a nighttime feel about it. It's one that I'd wear dressed up for a night out because it announces your presence with a strong and masculine scent profile. Its rich, warm and intense aroma paints a picture of a confident and a successful guy that doesn't fade into the background. This one is definitely going to get you noticed and people are going to be asking what you're wearing. It's a very sexy and seductive scent profile, so it'd make for a perfect date night fragrance. It's still a bit too thick and dense to wear as a work scent during the day or as a casual dumb-rich fragrance. So yeah, for me it's definitely one for the cooler evenings during winter time. Yeah, the performance on every one of these fragrances in this line is excellent, but the Intensely for me is still the strongest in my opinion. It's a total beast, but this new one seems to be doing an excellent job. I'm currently around about 4 hours in now from when I first opened the box and applied it, and I've got to say that it's still projecting and I'm still picking up solid wafts, so I guess it's going to be not far off the Intensely, but that's something I'm going to have to probably update you on at a later date when I've given it a few wearings. But I can say you can be confident that this is going to satisfy your needs in terms of the performance. I would definitely say you're going to probably get round about the 8-9 hour mark out of this one. So where does this sit within this line, and is it worth picking up if you already own any of the others? Well, I'd say that if you own the original, or maybe even either of the other two, then to a certain degree the chances are you won't be excited by this because it doesn't bring enough individuality to the table. It kind of blends in rather than stands out in this line. However, if you don't own any of the others, then this is 100% the one to go for because it takes a little bit of everything from these, and in my opinion it's the most rounded and easiest one to like. It smells really, really nice, and I think it's the best in the line in terms of its mass appeal. But personally, I love the sweet cinnamon and toffee combo in the Intensely, so that still remains in top spot for my own personal taste. But having said that, this is still a super solid release, and I would give this a solid 9 out of 10. Yeah, so once again, that's about it for today's special scent of the day. Over the next 2 days, I'm bringing you another 2 brand new 2021 releases. So if you're on the lookout for a new pickup, then make sure to tune in to see which one I'm talking about. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, there's also another 97 videos now in this 365 project. So don't forget to go and check those ones out. And also, if you found this video useful, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. It's also great to hear your opinions and your critiques and your thoughts on all of these fragrances that feature in the project, so don't forget to keep your comments coming down in the comments section. So as always, thank you once again for tuning in, stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you tomorrow for another brand new release. Bye bye for now.